Around the time IVE's Strawberry Moon lip sync scandal came out, I lost interest in analyzing live vocals because I felt like fans lost the plot. At the time I almost made a video in defense of IVE, explaining how hypocritical it was to attack them when dozens of other idols did the same thing. But IVE was the most hated girl group in 2022. LE SSERAFIM's Sour Grapes video was being used as a comparison at the time. People claimed it was live when in fact, this entire performance is also lip sync. There is no difference between the Sour Grapes and Strawberry Moon performances. I had said this back then, as others already were. Fans jumped on your ass for implying LE SSERAFIM wasn't live, simply because it was trendy to hate IVE. Well, 2 years later public bias has turned. Everyone hates LE SSERAFIM and loves IVE. So if I made this argument today, everyone would defend IVE for the lip sync and hate on LS for their vocals and suddenly agree they were not live. Ultimately, this bias is why I lost interest in my videos. People just completely miss the fucking point. This is what I meant about fans weaponizing live vocals to mass hate other groups, while turning a blind eye to their favorites when it's convenient. There was a reason I never showed just one group lip singing at a time. Because people would hyper-fixate on that one group and not realize it applies to everyone. No group is special or unique or exempt from the unrealistic expectations K-pop pushes onto idols. And that means everyone. Yes, you're BTS, Mamamoo, Baby Monster, 17, SNSD, EXO, G-Idol, literally everyone uses lip sync. And that's okay, because it's a reflection of the industry, not the idols themselves. But no one wants to look past the petty fan wars and instead go for the low-hanging fruit. I think they just enjoy being mean and getting away with it. I got hundreds of comments asking me to cover BTS when Jimin's bad encore performance came out, and I just felt like people were asking me to kick someone who's already down. I don't think I need to explain how BTS is manufactured. Also, fans are defensive as hell. It's hard for me to talk about lip sync when I don't have a live performance to compare it to, because fans won't hear the difference otherwise. A lot of groups never sing live, ever. So there is nothing to compare the pre-recorded vocals to. The groups I did show were the real ones because they had live videos we could actually put side by side the pre-recorded stages. Next, copyright is a bitch. I could just sit here and tell you something is lip sync. But I'd rather show you. Let you hear the clips and decide for yourself. But lots of my videos get blocked by SBS or MBC and it's just exhausting trying to get around it. Lastly, although autotune still has a death grip on the new generation, lip sync isn't so secret anymore. Lots of people have become aware and demanded change for better performances. Personally, since the end of 2023, I've noticed live singing starting to make a comeback. Around the time Kiss of Life debuted actually. I think this shift has happened thanks to K-pop companies unanimously trying to break into the Western market. Don't get me wrong, idols are known for being tortured while they train. For how hard they persevere, but vocals is not a part of that training. So when they're on stage in America, forced to sing live at a festival with Tyla or Ariana or Billie Eilish, or Chappell Roan, you realize just how out of their league K-pop idols really are. You end up with the disaster that was LE SSERAFIM at Coachella. And that sucks. Because LE SSERAFIM were just doing what you all praise your faves for doing every other comeback. But the reality is all this sparkly crap you see on Music Bank and Inkigayo and its live and its radio is all carefully manufactured. Western music has its own problems. But when it comes to singers, Western stages are a lot more stripped back and raw. The Western audience is brutal and demands the absolute best. Dancing is not an excuse to lip sync. In America, your voice should never come second to the presentation. To prioritize dance over vocal here is considered amateur, and as such, I'm seeing more K-pop companies putting a focus on casting idols who have the chops. Live singing has started to slowly creep back into music shows. Smaller and newer groups are really starting to capitalize on their vocals, and it's been kind of crazy how they're managing to score these mini viral moments. Kiss of Life, XG, and 50/50 come to mind, but there are a lot more. And as a result I feel like HYBE, SM, and YG are really starting to sweat from the new competition. The general public is tuning out of their overly perfect newly debuted groups because they just look and sound like another product to go on your shelf. The truth is fans don't care about talent as much as they pretend. You all say you want real singing to come back, but you're lying. When LE SSERAFIM was in their prime during Anti-Fragile and never sang live, you all adored them to the moon and back. Then when they really did perform live it ruined their reputation overnight. How is this not a skit?